Man, I'm back on the radio. I mean, the podcast. Man, I'm so confused. I don't even know what I'm doing today. But I'm on the podcast. Shout out to Phil, the podcast doctor.
What up?
I'm not going to come in here today and go too fast. I want to take my time. I got some stuff I want to get to. Thank you so much, everyone. Thank you for joining the Don Miller podcast. Shout out to Jeff, man. Hey, man, how you doing? Yeah, I got some things I want to get to today because I have come to learn. That when your enemy is making a mistake, don't interrupt them. Okay?
Okay.
Stay with me, okay? And Napoleon Bonaparte said that when your enemy is making a mistake, don't interrupt them. Thank you so much, everybody. Feel free to subscribe and like.
Yes.
It's going to be a good conversation, man.
Hey, man, props to you, Don, though. I've been watching the channel, right? You know, I monitor the channel. I run the channel on YouTube. Props to all the extra subscribers you got, man. Look at that. You got a nice hefty boost.
Man, it's hard, man. I thought this was going to be easy. Radio, I just go sit in there and let D'Amica Page tell me what to do. Now I'm out here in these streets. Shout out to my man, Sparky352. Appreciate you so much, brother. Come see your boy, man. Let's break some bread and have some cold ones, man. Listen, Phil, Adley said, hey. Listen, it's very important today. I want to take my time today. I didn't want to come in and go fast. The question today, again, subscribe and like, are boycotts effective in this era? And I just want to think about this, right? Because boycott is cancellation, right? You're canceling people when you're boycotting. You say, don't go there, don't do business with them. Without any thought of the thousands of people whose livelihood, that may look like you, right? Who you're putting their livelihood in jeopardy. So you disagree with a position that an organization or corporation might take. I'm sitting on all these lights in the studio, Phil.
I know we added extra, too.
I know you added extra, man. So I'm good. I'll be all right. I'm going to just take my whole shirt off. We'll be all right.
Hey, they got to pay for that.
So it's amazing how quick people are to move toward this conversation of boycotting. And when you recognize that this is how people feed their families. If you take a position or have an issue with a corporation, there's got to be a better way. If you look at the history of boycotts, 50 years ago, they were effective, for sure. Many times today, these corporations, you go look at the audience, especially the retail outlets, you look at the audience that's going to move the needle. Quite frankly, it's probably not going to be the people that they think it's going to be. Case in point, there is a movement to boycott Target, which is a giant retail outlet out of Minnesota. I don't shop much, but I've been to Target probably a few times.
That's the white girl special.
I've been to Target a few times, and I can tell you that it's clean, it's nice. You feel comfortable when you're in there. And so now there is this movement because of DEI, or the lack thereof. Target decided to drop their DEI quotas. And so now, at the request of many of the nation's men of God, or men of con, call it what you want, men of con, men of God, men of con, we have seen this conversation come out about boycotting Target. And one of the major voices in this conversation is a guy who can't keep his penis in his pants by the name of Jamal Bryant. He's a pastor in Atlanta, Georgia, who is known as a serial philanderer. I hope he's listening. I hope y'all tell him so maybe he can sue me like the other guy that was before him.
Tag him.
Okay. Why do we take people like this seriously with anything they say to us. Tell me, why do we take these people serious? Here's a guy, go look at his history. If my black ass was out here trying to get somebody some advice, y'all be looking at me like, man, shut up, Don Miller. You smoke cigars and you drank really all the time, and all the time you really drank. You know what I mean? And people will question a lot of things. But here's a guy whose history is not a mystery. And he comes to a microphone. Play the clip. Listen to this ass crack.
I am calling the conscientious Christian community all over this country, the conscientious Christian community all over this country. I am calling for a 40-day fast from Target, beginning on March the 5th. Go to targetfast.org. Targetfast.org. I am believing for 100,000 people are going to sign this covenant.
Stop. So he's standing up in the pulpit with probably a $2,500 sweater on, okay, telling a bunch of Negroes who probably don't really even go to Target to fast from Target. But he also says, don't do it till March 5th because he got to go to get the rest of his shit, okay? You don't want to run into nobody, okay? How does this help anybody? Now, this is what happens when you are in that position and you're preaching and engaging with the unlearned, right? Fast from Target, don't go to Target. Listen, I can tell you, I know people who go to Target 3 or 4 days a week. I have no beef with a retail outlet. First of all, there are more blacks on the board of Target than there is at Walmart or many of these corporations, okay? So my point is this. Who does this benefit? At the end of the day, who does this benefit? Now, I'm going to tell y'all something else before I go on into this conversation. Books don't bite. Books don't bite. I remember I was scared of dogs till I got one. You hear me? Mm-hmm. Books don't bite. So recently, Forbes magazine did an in-depth study, in-depth, deep research moment on retail outlets and demographics. Put that up for me. Target earns perfect score on racial and gender scorecard, while Walmart and Google fail. This is from Forbes magazine, March of 23. Perfect score. Just 2 years ago. Exactly 2 years ago, while Walmart and Google fail. So now we're boycotting Target because Target's like, pretty much, dude, we good. We got a perfect score. We treat people right. We're good across the board from a diversity standpoint. We don't have to do this. Forbes said, not Don Miller, not this bogus ass pastor y'all listen to. Forbes magazine. And if you know anything about, if you really care about and want to know about money or finance, you probably done read Forbes before, I hope.
Yeah.
But they said Target gets a perfect score, but not Walmart or Google. Now, guess what Google just did, Phil?
What's that?
Put this up. Google scraps diversity-based hiring. And when was that, Phil?
That was
last month.
That was yesterday.
I bet you Negroes ain't going to stop Googling. I bet you Negroes ain't finna stop Google. Boycott Google. Don't Google. You'll be a bunch of idiots because that's the only way you get your knowledge, you assholes. Boycott. Let's boycott Google, black people. Now, don't Google nothing. You'll be the only idiot in your office. So boycott Google because Google just scrapped diversity. They scrapped DEI. Google like, we ain't doing this no more. They ain't work for us. So Reverend Don Miller from the Don Miller Tabernacle is saying, boycott Google now. Let's do it. Let's see how many black people fast from Google for 40 days and 40 nights. Let's boycott Google. Put that back up, Phil. Google said it. When was that? Yesterday?
That was today.
Google just said, man, we out.
Damn.
How many of us come back, Pastor Bryant, and boycott Google? Tell them to go back to that church and tell them, oh, not just Target, we're fasting from Google. There's going to be more stupid people out there than it is today if you leave Google alone. Okay? Tell me if I'm wrong.
No.
Let's boycott Google now, black people. Rise up. Pastor Don Miller from the Don Miller Tabernacle said, rise up and boycott Google. Put that back up there.
Okay.
Google scrapped it today. Quetta G. Johnson from the Johnson family. They said, nope, we ain't wasting our time. We want good people, qualified people. When we going to boycott Google?
Does Yahoo still exist?
When we going to boycott? That's true. Okay, when we going to boycott Google? We should be boycotting that terrible company founded by Serge and his buddies and never use Google again until they hire more blacks. Books don't bite. I told you I was scared of dogs till I got me one. Now, let me tell you, when you're preaching to the unlearned, what happens? The fallout from ridiculous-ass engagement is detrimental to the growth of any population, any person, any race. So Jamal Goofball-ass Bryant tells these people to boycott Target. And this idiot-ass pastor in Benton Harbor, Michigan, the pastor of Pilgrim Church, Cardinal Lynch, decides he's going to go to Target and prove a point. Watch this.
Okay, cool. $1 right there. I'm gonna get this though. Ooh. What? I just did not now. Right now, have you heard of how much is it again?
2632.
2632. Have you heard of DEI?
Not that I know of.
You haven't? Okay. Part of the reason why I'm not going to purchase this because of how she treated me and your staff since I've been here. And so I'm just going to leave. Let her help you take it all back. I'm done. So yeah, I didn't buy anything here at Target. And see, that's what we got to get our activists to know, that we can do boycott, but you got to add inconvenience to it.
Screw.
Okay, well, listen to this. That's somebody's pastor, Pilgrim Church, Benton Harbor, Michigan. That's Pilgrim Church, Benton Harbor, Michigan. See, there's a difference between an activist and an actorvist. He is an actorvist. He's an idiot. He's a clown. And if you go to his church, Pilgrim Church, Benton Harbor, Michigan, and you was there when he got accused of sexual misconduct just recently, spent 45 days in jail, but he got out, he beat the charge. The fact of the matter is, Mr. Pastor, man of God, that wasn't right. Because somebody who worked there got to spend a few hours putting that stuff back. What point are you proving, man of God? No, man of con. He's an actorvist. It's the difference between an activist, Phil, and an actorvist. Who does that help? Let's call Pastor, see if we can get him on the phone. Phil, call this dude.
Good luck.
I gave you his number. Let's see if that's still the same number.
Can you hear?
Mm-hmm.
Hello.
It's Pastor Lynch.
Who?
It's Pastor Lynch from Benton Harbor.
No, this is,
You know,
I'm not from,
are you in Benton Harbor?
no,
Oh, okay. All right, man. Thanks, sir. All right. Okay.
We tried.
Yeah, we tried. But who does that help?
It doesn't help anybody. Just wasted his time.
Yeah, you
He
know.
got a lot of views on social media. That's the only thing he did.
But he's an actorvist. He's not a man of God. A man of God is not going to go into an environment where people spend their day earning a check just to inconvenience them to prove a point that is not a point.
That 17-year-old girl had no idea what's going to happen. Now
Absolutely.
now she's got to put all that crap back.
You know what I mean? Like, come on, really?
Would he have done that if it was a black cashier?
Yeah, probably, because he's an activist, not an activist. He's trying to get attention to him, not to an issue or circumstance, Because if he knew the numbers, right? You got to understand when you attach yourself to somebody who has attached themselves to somebody else without knowledge. See, attachment without knowledge is detrimental. There's a company, there's an organization, there's a website called payments.com. Phil, you got that?
Payments.com?
Did I send you that? Mm-mm. Well, let me talk to you about payments.com real quick, right? They study retail. And if you understand how retail work, what's very important, guys, I'm telling you this, it's very important, is that everybody knows the numbers. According to payments.com, 49% of Target's audience is white, 26% Hispanic, and 15% black, Phil. Now, I don't know. I ain't been in Target enough to know if this is true or not. But according to payments.com, who spend their time evaluating how this goes, Phil, you ever been to Target?
Yeah.
Okay. If they told you 49% of the market was white, would you believe that?
I would.
If they told you 26% was Hispanic, would you believe that?
Maybe.
Okay. What about 15% black?
Yeah.
Okay. Now, let me ask you a question real quick, right?
All right.
Very important. When was the last time a Target in a white neighborhood closed without a race, riot, or fire?
Oh, geez, I don't know.
Well, Phil, there was a Target down the street from the studio for many years. Is it still there?
No.
Why? Oh. Why is the Target in the black neighborhood right down there? Remember, Phil, right up the hill? There was a Target, and I know 5 or 6 Targets in black neighborhoods that have gone. There may not, if you're watching from Chicago, is there still a Target on the south side? Or is there a Target on the west side of Chicago? If you're watching from Detroit. Well, Detroit ain't got those kind of neighborhoods anymore. But the point I make is, who are we scaring? You don't even know the numbers. You out here talking about boycott. You don't even know the numbers.
Have there been any recent boycotts that actually work? I know the Bud Light one kind of worked, right?
Bud Light worked because there was white folk.
Okay.
Right? There was white folk, and they had a variety of other beers that they could drink. Okay? There's a whole lot of beers that they could drink. And they shifted immediately. Shout out to Gary Carroll from Indianapolis, Indiana, asshole. Asked me did I buy my shirt at Target. Thank you so much. But the point I'm making is this. Why are we listening to people who are not listening to us? Why would you tell people to boycott something, but you got to know the demographics? Tell me the major Target in the black neighborhood near you. Give me a call. Put the phone number up. If you black anywhere in the country, we should have a few people listening, right?
Somebody did say Target is in the old Carson building.
Where's the Carson building? Okay, that's downtown. That's downtown Chicago, ma'am. Shout out to Elizabeth Madison. That's downtown Chicago. Okay? Where's the Carson in the black community? Tell me. Call me.
I mean, our closest one here now is the one downtown in Soto, right?
The fact is, why we boycotting something that take us 35 minutes to get to anyway? You saving gas. It is amazing how we fall for the okie doke so much. What are we doing, Phil?
I don't know, man.
Boycott Target? If you black and you decide you're going to listen to Jamal Bryant and boycott Target or that fat-ass preacher who can't catch, that's a white neighborhood, Elizabeth Madison. It's mixed, but it's predominantly white folk, too. Thank you so much for that input. The point is this. We got to be careful who we listen to. We got to stop letting our enemy pick our enemy. We let people who just out here getting us tell us who getting us. Stop it. There was a boycott recently, thank you so much, Amber, on Target about the LGBT materials and the books. And guess what Target did, Phil? They took them right up out of there. Mm-hmm. But that wasn't us. That was white folk. We got to be careful. You can shop where you want to shop. Now, I tell you what, I ain't never going, and that's the Walmart. You ain't never going to catch me in the Walmart. If I'm in Walmart, somebody got a gun and made me go in there. I am not going to Walmart. Walmart is the devil. The history of Walmart is the devil. But they were so dug in from a philanthropic standpoint that, and from a lobbying standpoint, that they got away with whatever they wanted to get away with. But let me ask you this question. Where's the Walmart in the black community?
Everywhere.
Huh?
You got Walmarts here.
I bet you don't.
There's one Walmart across the street.
Is that the black community?
The Coe
Is that the
Walmart?
black community? The black community is 3 miles east of that.
Okay.
Okay? Now, you might have a Walmart grocery store with them third-run vegetables you done got that were in Publix first. Right?
Right next to the Bravo.
Most African American communities, let's be clear, guys, have second-run retail operation. Most African American communities in this country are food deserts. Now, if you don't know what a food desert, I just told you, books don't bite real quick. Oh, y'all boycotting Google, so you can't Google food desert. Let me tell you what it is. Okay? Go Google food desert. Most of our communities are food deserts. We have to be careful when we allow people to tell us who are not living like us or engaging like. Jamal Bryant has a history. He said there's a Walmart on Kirkman. Okay. Is it? Yeah, it is, huh? Mm-hmm. Okay, then good. There's one in the black community. Is it on the black side of Kirkman or on the white side of Kirkman? I'll wait. Phil, do you know about that one?
Yeah, Kirkman Walmart's notorious.
Is it on the black side or the white side?
Well, now it's the black side.
Was it there when they built that? Was it the black side when they put it there?
I mean, back then, Raleigh was nice.
Absolutely. The point I'm making is this, guys. We have to be careful when we let our enemy pick our enemy. Boycotting has not been effective for some time now. And unless the person that is pushing us toward this type of engagement understands our lifestyle and our lives. You know, when that mama picks up some stuff to go home and feed her kids because she got to get up and get them ready for bed and get up in the morning, and the only thing on the way to the house is a Walmart, is a Target. You telling her to go out of her way and throw off her cycle, everyday cycle, what she do, driving down this street. Oh, it's right here. I can stop in and run in and get the things I need for the kids. You telling her to drive 15. Man, go to hell, Pastor. You a piece of shit for even talking at that level. Because you got a bunch of black folks sitting in your church that get ready to throw off the whole flow of their day. Because you. See, I'm sorry. I'm probably not calling this guy a piece of shit. No, I don't. Anyway, listen, let me just say this, okay? Stop it. Stay in the word of God, man. Stay in your lane. Bring people to Christ. You're an activist, not an activist. Your job is to save souls. Thank you, Betty Kibble says the Targets in Chicago black communities are closed. Donnie, you teach effective economics. I didn't know I was teaching that, but thank you so much, Betty Kibble. But the point is, Target done already left our communities. So we boycotting somebody that's done dipped on us already, Phil. Mm-hmm. Please understand. Go put the Forbes thing up one more time before I turn the corner. Forbes gave Target a perfect score on racial and gender scorecard in 23, while Walmart and Google failed. Could we be boycotting the wrong situation? We could, because books don't bite. Phil, we could easily be letting somebody else who has an agenda. Look at Al Sharpton the other day. He take a whole bunch of people, give them $25, probably that money he got from Harris, okay, took them to Costco. Mm-hmm. How many black people on the board of Costco? Anybody want to raise their hand and answer that? Thank you. You don't know. But the point I'm making is this, Phil. We have to be careful. We got to think things through. If we're going to take a position on an issue. I did give away Walmart gift cards for years. Thank you so much, Ms. Johnson. Mm-hmm. If we are going to take a position, right, I think we need knowledge. We can't let other people tell us, okay? We can't let other people tell us what to do. We can't, Phil. Phil, it's wrong. It's disingenuous from those people. But guess what? We already know about those people. They don't care about us anyway, Phil. Yep. They don't care about us, Phil. They are all about themselves. They are all about themselves, Phil. That guy don't care about y'all. You go to his church, you sit up and you get whatever you get, and he goes back to his amazing life. And guess what? Now he done turned you against your favorite store. You can't even go where you like to go. But how about do some research on the entity? Everything's public now, guys. It's so easy. Phil, check your email, man. Everything's public. It's easy to find out who's doing what. But we rely on other people to tell us. That's the first mistake. We cannot rely on other people to tell us. These people, many times, have already been co-opted by the people who care nothing about you. So please be careful. And to Jamal Bryant and many of these activists, we have to rise up, man. And when's the next time we're going to raise our hand and say, we're not listening to you? We're not going to do it because all you got to say is you a man of God. Look, I'm getting ready, and I mentioned this conversation a few weeks ago. I'm getting ready to open the Don Miller Tabernacle. You could come by Christian Fellowship or Christian Experience or come by letter. Just come. Come to the Don Miller Tabernacle. You might hear some cussing,
but that's real.
But you're going to learn something. If you sit under that guy, Bryant, you ain't getting nothing. It's fashionable. It's cool. It's a cool place to be on Sunday. You need to go to these type of places with the right frame of mind. And if you don't, you're wasting your time. Target has more blacks on their board than many of these big-ass retail outlets. Phil. You follow me? Mm-hmm. So stop it. What are we doing? So now we want to inconvenience ourselves because a guy who probably sends somebody to get his groceries, right?
Yeah.
A guy who probably sent somebody to pick up his groceries just told us to inconvenience ourselves. And I apologize for cussing, but y'all got to understand, cussing is a term of endearment for me. I come from a long line of cussers. They love the Lord, though. But they cussed when they felt like there was a wrong being done. And I apologize for cussing so much. I'm going to work on that, okay?
You good, man.
No, because it ain't right. I shouldn't say certain words. I shouldn't call a pastor like that dude who was a low-level guy any name except the fact that he's a low-level guy. And so I want to take the opportunity right now to apologize to the community for calling him a POS.
I'm just not looking.
But in my heart, I know what I feel, okay? I don't have to tell everybody, but I know what I feel in my heart. As a street dude with a couple of suits, right? I know what I feel. But I'm just saying, please stop being drawn into scenarios and situations that are going to inconvenience you. DEI, in August of 11th, when Barack Obama announced DEI, diversity, equity, and inclusion, he was not talking about black folk. I'm sorry, guys. He wasn't talking about y'all. He was talking about the LGBT. Go look. Last week, I put it out there from a major publication. Black Enterprise Magazine did a study on it. And they said the number was 4%. And then the Department of Labor Statistics, governmental entity, put the numbers out, and the numbers were staggering. Wasn't about us. So why do we let somebody who won't even care? See, we get to a point where we live in such a mindset of cognitive dissonance that we don't even care. Just because somebody looked like us told us, we don't even care. I don't care if he's wrong. He told us that, and he got a church, and he got a pulpit, and Don Miller ain't got nothing but a little bit ass chair by a brick wall in a studio. And you're right. You're right. Shout out to my man, Bob McCraney. Bob McCraney is in the Arctic Circle. He is listening Oh, Phil, he's actually in the Arctic Circle.
That's crazy.
And he listens to the show. Thank you, Bob. Come on home, man. We miss you so much. My buddy Gary Carroll is in Indianapolis. He cold. I see him every Christmas, but he need to come back home too. But we got to stop, guys. We have to do better. And I just want to encourage everybody. Take a minute, step back. Just because somebody looks like you, that don't mean they're on your team. Look, just because you in my circle, don't mean you in my corner. Blow that up, Phil. You follow me? Just because you in my circle don't mean you in my corner. So let's do better to be better, Phil. You got that ready for me, Phil?
Sure do.
2 black men, brilliant black gentlemen, real black guys, really sharp black guys, are on the board of Target Corporation. Dimitri came from GE. He was a big shot at GE, like gigantic at GE. Dimitri Stockton. And Derica Rice, man, that dude was over at CVS for a long-ass time, and he was executive vice president. I know one of these brothers. I don't know the other. But these brothers are brothers. Did y'all know that? Nope. Did y'all know that y'all have black people at that level on the board of the Target Corporation? You know why? Because Jamal Bryant ain't tell y'all that. Because his agenda is his agenda. Why haven't Jamal Bryant or any of these other people talking about boycotting Target called Dimitri? Why haven't they reached out to these, hey, brother, let me holler at you for a minute? Y'all got a little problem. How can we fix it together? I guarantee you both of them black men will respond to him. But they know it's nonsense because they know the real numbers. This is bull. Thank you so much, everybody. Hey, y'all. I came in here to get that off my chest today, man. I was mad as heck. Man, y'all got to stop letting these people get y'all, man.
This guy really makes me mad.
Okay.
That guy? This guy?
Yeah, he's a clown, man.
Yeah, he really makes me mad.
Huh?
That really makes me mad.
He went in there and inconvenienced somebody who working for that's their job, man.
And filmed it.
Can you imagine, dude?
Nah, because I used to work in retail, and I would have punched him.
Again, right? The problem with a lot of these people is they want clicks. That's clickbait. Your pastor is wrong. Anybody go to Pilgrim Church in Benton Harbor, Michigan, your pastor is wrong as hell for that. Thank you so much again. Phil, I got a bunch of stuff to get to, man. I was like, man, I'm just going in there and do a basic show tonight. They so saying as a basic show on the Don Miller Hour of Power.
Man, yeah, I was like, ain't nothing but he's breathing. Yeah, dude.
She say he breathing. Yeah, he out here trying to disrupt when he should be getting himself checked out. You know what I mean?
I wanted to show the very end, but he's walking out of Target. And
Come on, let's go back and play it. They don't mind. We got a minute.
Hold on, I'm going to
Let's
fast
go.
forward.
Yeah, let's see this dude.
Let me fast forward.
He can't. He done packed all, carried all that stuff. He going to go to sleep in his car. You know he probably.
All right, here we go. All right, here we done. And this is the end.
Okay, cool.
Never mind. Wait.
There we go. Let's see him come on up out of there.
Hold on, I didn't save it.
Dollars right there. I'm
Just
gonna get
watch
this thing.
Yeah.
Did he fart?
Ooh.
Yeah, probably. He ain't well.
What? I just did not now. Hey, now, have you heard of how much is it again?
2632.
2632. Have you heard of DEI?
Not that I know of.
You haven't? Okay. Part of the reason why I'm not going to purchase this because of how she treated me and your staff since I've been here. And so I'm just going to leave. Let her help you take it all back. I'm done.
How is that?
So
okay?
yeah, I didn't buy anything here at Target. And see, that's what we got to get our activists to know, that we can do boycott, but you got to add inconvenience to it. Everybody in the country need to go to a local Target, shop, get all the things that you think that you would like, put it in the cart, go to the cash register and say, you know what? You all don't support DEI. This is my last, and they can call the police. I thought they'd been out here waiting on me, but I ain't coming back no way. Peace.
So he wants you to waste your own time.
Do me a favor. I want to interview him. I reached out to him. They didn't call me back. But, you know.
There's that other number, Pilgrim.
Yeah, you got that number? Let's see who over there at the church. Call him.
All right, hang on. Let's see here. We're this live, people. Let's see here. All right, there you go.
Okay, phone disconnected. All right, the tithing and offering shout. It's just unfortunate, and again, there's nothing right about that. He should not be pastoring a church. I hope he has a mentor who saw his clip, and just because it went viral doesn't mean it was right. So I want to go back and get to another conversation I've been holding out for a while. So I've gotten hundreds of requests. Shout out to Jeff, man. I appreciate you, brother. I got a big show coming up next week, but it was just too much to unpack about the money, follow the money, what's happening in D.C. Just this week, guys, the DNC, the Democratic National Committee, had their elections for a new chair. And the DNC, for those who may not know, is an organization that pretty much set forth guidelines and kind of oversee the Democratic Party's work. So they had the election. There's a bunch of people wanted to be chairman, vice chair, treasury, and there was a lot of black folk. Man, amazing how many black people want to run this party right now. They want to run the party, so they jumped in it. But something stood out to me about the new people who are seeking the leadership of the party that just got what's the word they just got? Just beat down, right?
Decimated.
Right, okay, good point, right? So one of the people running was a lady from Mississippi, Dr. Hathaway, right? Mm-hmm. And can I use the word cooning? For a better word, I'm going to use the word cooning, right? Okay. So Dr. Hathaway, I don't know her first name. What's her first name? You got it? Anyway, they're going to tell us. So this lady from Mississippi, Tougaloo College, Jackson State, what else? I think she went to Tennessee, got a bunch of degrees. So they introduced her when they introduced the panel of people seeking the chairmanship of the Democratic Party. But she stood out to me. Listen to
And
this.
we'll start with Dr. Quintessa Hathaway.
Good evening, everyone. It is my desire to be the next DNC chair, and I just want to give you all a little bit of something that's been on my heart here over the last couple of days. You fight on, you fight on, you fight on, you fight on. When your government is doing you wrong, you fight on, oh, you fight on.
Okay, stop it.
I like Hillary Clinton's version better.
She didn't tell you who she was. She broke out in 1957, Negro spiritual. She should have immediately been asked to leave the stage. What are we doing? You're the only black person on the stage trying to run the Democratic Party that you say, many say, have been doing black people wrong. We got us one on the stage. Here she comes. And you get up there and sing the oldest Negro spiritual that you made up. Can y'all help me?
I don't know.
So then, Jamie Harrison, the other black guy who used to be the chair, he comes to the microphone, and this is what he has.
Rules specify that when we have a gender non-binary candidate or officer, the non-binary individual is counted as neither male nor female, and the remaining 6 offices must be gender balanced. With the results of the previous 4 elections, our elected officers are currently 2 male and 2 female. In order to be gender balanced, we must...
Get that Negro off the screen. Get that Negro! Who is these Negroes, y'all? Who are these people? Gender balance? Oh, my God. So she break out in the 1957 Negro spiritual, straight out of Mississippi, like straight out of Compton, straight out of Mississippi, right? It's a circus. But wait, we're not done yet. There was another one. Let me see her, Phil.
But let me tell y'all something. I know some of y'all have been frustrated, and you've been saying, where are the Democrats? Where are our leaders? Well, I'm here to tell you that we ain't never left y'all. All right? We are here. We are also going to make sure that they uphold the law. We are not going to sit around while you go ahead and desecrate our Constitution, or you look at the laws that have been passed into law and say, never mind, we'll just ignore that. Instead, we are going to be in your face, we are going to be on your asses, and we are going to make sure,
Stop, Phil. Phil, stop.
She hot though.
We got another one? Oh, she take that hair off and that makeup.
Hello, Democrats. Hey, I am speaking, and I would love your attention. There is a black woman at this podium, and I deserve your attention like the 11 people who went before me. Yes, I am speaking.
Good evening, Democrats. Look up here. 3 strong black women standing before you. 3 black women who, rather than just grabbing a chair, ran for chair.
Te quiero mucho, Papa. Gracias por todo. My name is Artie Blanco, Freddie Blanco's daughter. Vote for me for vice chair.
Look at this room, y'all. Truly take it in. This is the Democratic Party. We are our strongest when we stand together.
We are in a time in this country when our democracy and our rights are under attack. We're at a time where black and brown people, women, and other minorities are being blamed for everything that's wrong with this country.
So let's fight together for a stronger and more inclusive Democratic Party. Good afternoon, DNC! Let me say something. Over the last several days, we've seen what happens when we have the wrong people in powerful places. And so today, I ask for your support and electing me as your DNC vice chair because in a time of crisis, leadership matters.
My people are sick and tired of being sick and tired. We are sick and tired of being the last one hired and the first one fired. We are sick and tired of the...
And I've spent the last 15 years fighting for the American people, all 340 million.
What to do to organize.
Stop, man.
Oh my God.
Hold on. Go back. We missed one. We gotta hear her. We gotta hear the last lady.
Hold on.
Okay. Anyway,
that was.
Can I get my music? The circus music. Come
Bro,
on.
that was. That
Look,
was
if those are the people that's gonna run the Democratic Party, we may never see another Democrat president. I'm telling you right now. Huh?
Dude.
It looked like they was at the DFS, Democratic Food Festival. All the women were a little heavy.
Oh my God.
I ain't body shaming, but I'm
Do you want me to show
just
the rest
saying.
of it?
Yeah, show that last lady.
Fighting for the American people, all 340 million of them.
Work to do to organize, show up, and win. And that is why I'm asking the people who have stood with me in this ride, because you know the work that I do to protect the vote.
Okay. Let me just say this. How many of them won, Phil? How many of those people won either vice chair or chair?
I'm going to go with 0.
None. None, Phil. They showed up and showed out. And nobody became a vice chair or a chair. The vice chair is the little boy from Marjorie Stillman Douglas, the school that was where the horrible, horrible carnage happened down in South Florida. And the other guy, he just kind of won. He's from Minnesota, big with the farmers. Mm-hmm. But put up the list of people who ran for chair. And let me just have this conversation. Quintessa Hathaway, Ken Martin, who won, Martin O'Malley, former governor of Maryland, Nate Snyder, Ben Winkler, Jason Paul, and Marianne Williamson, who I kind of had no idea she was going to jump into this. She's run for president a number of times. She's a sharp lady if you're on that side. But is this what they have? Then I could assure you if this is what they have, they need to keep all of those old Kamala Harris signs and get some AOC signs, because that's getting ready who give me red and run for president. Huh?
Okay.
Listen to me. They're telling me Jasmine is the truth. Put that back up. Who said that nonsense?
Tracy.
Tracy? I don't know who Tracy is, but Tracy said Jasmine's the truth. Jasmine's a very aggressive, okay, in her speaking. I've seen her in a debate kind of scenario. It was embarrassing. Why is she the truth? Because she hollers and she screams and she beats her face and wears Yankee number 17 and she kind of looks like a black woman who's going somewhere. She's educated, but sometimes education don't put you like Holly Holloman say. Education don't mean you smart or know nothing. I can tell you this for a fact. Behind closed doors, and y'all think I just sit here, but that ain't nobody else's business. She ain't well liked by a lot of them people on her side up there. Right now, strategy should be the conversation for the Democratic Party. Laying out a game plan, not having aggressive conversation, definitely not singing old Negro spirituals. But if this okay, I can promise you this. I will never interrupt my enemy when they're making a mistake. Huh? I want to interrupt my enemy when they go ahead. Sing on, right? Phil.
Man.
Right? Let them go, man. It's beautiful. Where were the people who could really move the needle?
Yeah, I was going to ask you that. What happened? Like, what really happened? Because, I mean, I'm an adult now. I'm older, but this seems like it's just fallen off a cliff.
Listen to me. I'm telling you what happened, right? We live and engage daily in a gerontocracy. Phil, pull up gerontocracy and put the definition in front of me. Okay? So, because people are like, what are you using big words again? There go Don Miller, be using them big words. We live in a gerontocracy. And one thing about a gerontocracy is you got to just wait until they fall off. A gerontocracy is an environment, a political situation that is controlled by old people.
Yep. It says it's a state, society, or group governed by old people.
Right. Okay. The United States House, the United States Congress, the United States Senate historically has been governed as a gerontocracy. The problem is the type of new people who are coming in don't understand how to maneuver in that space. And they come in 100 miles an hour when they don't understand the value, even if it's fake, in paying homage to the people who've come before you. Because if you understand what happens in the Democratic Party, oftentimes you come in there the wrong way, it's going to be the Democratic Party that gets you out. And you watch and see what's happening right now. They're coming 100 miles an hour. Everybody thinks they got a chance because they put this lady up to run for president. But they actually didn't put her up to run for president. Joe Biden took a shot at the party when they did what they did to him, and he endorsed her, which put a situation out there that it had to be that way. She was nobody's pick. So now you see all these young people, these who think that they can really be instrumental in turning the party, especially from a progressive standpoint, which ain't going to happen. I just want to give them a heads up. I've been around this game a long time. But it's embarrassing when you got people who are running for chair of a party. And you could pull that tape back and listen to the speeches. Go look. It's public record. Go look and check it out. How many of the white people, especially the white men, spent time introducing themselves and talking about what they'd done. Not singing old Negro spirituals or hollering into the microphone or being aggressive in their presentation. He said, this is what I've done. You know, Martin O'Malley, hey, I was the governor of the state of Maryland. I was the mayor of Baltimore. That's what I've done. I've raised money for many candidates, yada, yada. Next guy come along, well, this is what I've done. Get a microphone to the black lady, Dr. Quintessa. Because she's done very little, she breaks out in song. We better to be better. There is nothing okay about what I saw. But as long as we think that's okay, then that's what we're going to get. Crisis in America has come upon us across the board. Donald Trump is ringing the bell. Y'all can be mad if you want to, but he's ringing the bell at a level I ain't seen the bell ring in my lifetime. This whole USAID conversation, I knew something was shady, something was fishy about it, but now we're seeing. But books don't bite. Go read. Go look it up. Look what they're finding. Take your I hate this white man because whatever you feel him to be, and just go look and see what they're finding. Go see what they see. But you're so caught up in your hatred and your disdain and your cognitive dissonance that you can't even understand that even a broke clock is right twice a day. We got to do better to be better. Phil, I ain't talked to nobody. Open the phone lines up, man.
They've been open. People,
give us a call, man. 352-717-4071, man.
They lurkers, yeah.
I think it's important though that I don't understand. I don't understand how anybody can look at this or look at that DNC convention and say, "Oh, this was amazing."
All right, you got a call.
Hey, you on the Don Miller Show? What's your name? Where are you joining us from?
This is Imran. I'm calling from Austin, Texas.
My main man, baby. Imran from Austin, Texas. Man, listen to me. How you doing, my friend? I love you, brother.
Love you too, bro.
What's going on? What you want to say?
No, honestly, I hear you, and it's the echo of my mind, right?
Mm-hmm.
So I just wanted to call in and tell you, been listening for a while. Obviously, we've been friends for a long, long time.
Yes.
And I always feel like you've got that just right instinct on how to take it and how to really put it in a perspective that we can understand. And just wanted to tell you I agree with you.
Shout your business out, man. It's okay. You've been taking care of me a long time.
Well, for anybody that doesn't know, Donnie, he loves a nice car, and I've always been the guy to hook him up. Used to do it for him in Orlando, but now we're out here in Austin, Texas, Driven by Design. Check us out, Driven by Design, Austin, Texas. Donnie, send me a car. I got you.
Thank you so much, man. Appreciate you. Man, listen to me. Phil, that dude, man, Jesus, man. Imran is my friend. He has been following the show probably 20 maybe. You know what I mean? We've been doing this a long time. We thank you. Please subscribe and like. Tell your friends what we're doing over here.
Yeah,
shout out to my guy, okay, over at Open Container Wine Bar. This is one of the most decent young dudes that I've ever met. He's a good dude. Open Container Wine Bar is in the Altamont Mall. It's the only place you can get a drink in the mall. So if you want to go to the mall with your lady, right, and she be all up and down the aisles and in all them damn stores, just go sit over there with him. Open Container Wine Bar.
Yeah, don't forget Flex.
Flex Auto. Felix, my man.
Yeah, you got the vineyard.
If you in Central Florida, you run into something, call Felix. Flex Auto.
It's all in your face.
Yeah, can you move that over there on the other side?
I'm going to move it, yeah.
But, it's really good, though, because the vineyard, my little brother Robbie has a wonderful restaurant, and it's amazing, and I just want to shout them out.
Do you want to talk to Pap?
Put him on.
All right. Pap, is this you?
Hello.
Hey.
Yeah, brother Don, how you been, man? Good to hear
this
you.
is Pap. Pap, tell us where you're calling from.
Man, I have calling from the great state of Alabama, from a little itty bitty town called Florilla.
Florilla. How many black folk live there?
Good Lord mercy, man. They honest to God don't know. We all good folk, though. You know, hey, brother, I give a man a fair shake, but the people that you had on the show shaking are crazy. I tell you that there ain't going to be no Democrats around in a leadership position, man. If that's all they got to choose from. Yeah, I hate to say it, brother. They're rough. They're rough.
It's really unfortunate. I believe
it is.
I love this country, and I also believe strongly that we should definitely have the ability to choose a party. And I'm not saying,
Hey, brother, I tell you, yes, sir.
We would be a horrible place if we had one party. Okay, so
it will be.
Okay, so I just think we definitely got to do better than we've been doing.
Mm-hmm. Oh yeah, man. Hey, I would back before the man passed on, Mr. Herman Cain, I wanted him to be in there to run for president so bad it was terrible.
Yeah, that was my buddy, man.
Because that man, he had his head screwed on right, and he was very knowledgeable and very practical.
Mm-hmm.
And the people on the show up there, if they're that way, they sure got it hid.
Well, can I tell you, man, I appreciate you so much. When I come up there, man, we got to go fishing, all right?
Oh, Lord, yeah, man. I tell you, I'll bait us up a good hole, and we'll do some good fishing.
All right. Appreciate you so much, my friend. Appreciate you. Man, you know what, Phil, man? It's amazing. Put the spot back up, open container, man. Let me tell you why, man.
Oh, open container. Here we go.
If you live in Central Florida, open containers in the mall, Altima Mall, but you can get really drunk in the mall. You ever been drunk in the mall?
No.
Yeah, go over there and check him out. You can get drunk as hell in the mall. My buddy, tell him I sent you. His name is Steve Norris. Good dude, man. He works his butt off. Young businessman, came to Florida probably in the last year, and just only person who looked like me with a liquor establishment in the damn outlets and the mall. So go check him out if you get tired of walking around the mall looking at miscellaneous nonsense. If you go with your lady or your girlfriend or your wife or your jump off, just go have a drink. Let her do what you need to do. But just Casa Leon Jewelers. These are my friends. I love them so much. Renee.
Is that a lion?
Huh?
Is that a lion in the logo?
Yeah, you see that? Yeah.
That's
those
cool.
are my friends, Renee Yvette, and their beautiful daughter. Just wonderful, wonderful people. So thank you so much for all these people who will always just sit down with me, talk to me, smoke a cigar with me, and just kill time with me when I'm lonely, which ain't often, but I get lonely. So again, I just want people to understand, because I get a lot of pushback often, but I appreciate the people who step to me. First of all, I shout out my brothers, D-Wash, Shell, Osiris, D-Wash, Shell, Osiris, Real Rap. You know Real Rap.
Yeah, Jay.
Real Rap. You can follow Real Rap Kane on all platforms. Man, the other day I had a conversation with a young brother we got to pray for. Sometimes it's better just to listen than to open your mouth. And we got to be, as men, right, especially grown-ass men, we got to be able to say, hey, man, you don't do that. This is the wrong place. And because I got a history of just cutting people off, and I know that ain't the right way to do it either. But my tolerance for nonsense is just, you ever been at that point, Phil, when your tolerance for nonsense was like no longer there?
Mm-hmm.
And you just like, I'm going to just get up and go. Shout out to AJ who covered me the other day. AJ had my back. Shout out to Artie, my dog. Man, Artie, man, no matter when I need somebody to just sit down and put one in the air and just shoot it, Artie's always there for me, man. Shout out to Corona Cigar, my girl. She's listening right now, Tanya and Jeff. Thank you so much, everyone. Listen, Thursday nights, 8 p.m. Eastern Time, the Don Miller Show. You just check us out, man. Look, we come on here and just talk about what we talk about. It's so great to have people interested in sponsoring your show that ain't worried about what you're going to say or if they're going to be canceled because they sponsor the show. And people like that, look, there's nobody who has sponsored this show that I ain't personally done business with. And I don't want to deal with people like that. I don't want to, look, if your food ain't good, I ain't going to tell nobody it's good. You follow me? I ain't that cat, right?
Yeah.
If your food ain't good, I ain't telling them it's good. If you don't do good work, if you don't keep your word, it will never be on the damn Don Miller Show. Because all I got is what I got. And at the end of the day, in the words of that wonderful, brilliant former presidential candidate, Kamala Harris, at the end of the day end. That's all I got. So thank you so much. Subscribe and like. Tell your friends. Go out and tell people. I got clips coming out. Clips. Go to thedonmillershow.com. Follow me on X, The Don Miller Show. Shout out to Amber, the white lady in the middle of nowhere doing great work. Man, this white lady lives so far up in there, back around there, over there, back up in there. But she's doing great work for The Don Miller Show. Shout out to Heather. Shout out to my friend who hit me just now, Shannon Burke, one of the greatest talk show hosts we've ever had in this country. Shout out to Easy. Shout out to all of y'all. We love you so much. Bye-bye.